So if you're looking for like the world's most easiest, simplest, and delicious healthy recipes, you are in the right spot. So, hi, I'm Jules Clancy. I'm a former food scientist. Now I'm an extremely simple cooking coach. I have a blog called Stone Soup where I've been blogging since 2005. And every year I pull together the top list of my best recipes of the year, the most popular ones. And it's December. It's a very hot day here in Australia. And so I am going to go through the top 25 recipes, 3+ ingredient recipes from this year. So let's dig in. I'm going to share my screen so you can see too. Okay, we're going to kick off with number 25. Okay, so number 25 is this teriyaki salmon. So it's 3+ ingredients. I kid you not. And I love it. So basically, it's frozen cauliflower rice and frozen salmon that you just pop on an oven on a baking tray, drizzle it with some commercial teriyaki marinade, pop it in the oven, and then dinner's cooked. And I've served it here with some chopped chives to give it a bit of greenery, but it is so delicious and so good. So that's our number 25. Then number 24 was another salmon recipe. So salmon fried rice. So this 3+ ingredient recipe is a really great pantry meal. So it's using rice, of course, canned salmon, and then soy sauce to flavor it. So it's a really nice alternative to your traditional like egg fried rice. And then my plus ingredient I've used there is some green onion, chopped up green onion. So a really good one to have in your pantry repertoire. Okay, then we've got number 23. I have to pay attention so I keep track. So this is a lemon and pine nut oven supper. So similar to the first one where we're roasting a piece of frozen fish and some frozen veggies. In this case, it's frozen kale, but I'm making a salsa to go with it. And the salsa has diced lemon chunks in it and then chopped up pine nuts and dill and lemon juice. And it's like you get the burst, like using lemon flesh in a sauce is just incredibly delicious. It goes so well with fish. So that's number 23. Number 22 is peanut butter ice blocks. So ice blocks are what we call icy poles in Australia. And so I make these all the time for the boys. They have them actually year round for their afternoon after school treat, but they're good for adults too. And basically it's just mixing up some Greek yogurt with peanut butter and maple syrup and then freezing them. I just use these little ice block molds from IKEA and like super delicious and really 3 ingredients. So easy. Okay, number 22, 21, creamed 2+ ingredient cream spinach. And so cream spinach, one of those dishes that can be so boring, but it can also be super delicious. And so in this version, I use frozen spinach, one of my favorite all-time pantry ingredients, and then just defrost it, warm it up, and then mix through some sour cream. And so the sour cream gives you the creaminess, but it also gives that bit of acid to make it come alive. So this is a beautiful side to serve with steak, of course, is the classic, but it also really works really well with sausages or chicken or even fish. So that's a nice little side dish. Lovely lemon ragu. So if you're bored with Bolognese, I invite you to try my lemon ragu. So basically the idea here is instead of using like using tomato as a sauce to flavor the meat, you actually use lemon juice and a little bit of cream. And so it just lifts it, elevates it, and makes it a little bit more unexpected. And I've served it here with baby spinach, but you could always serve it with spaghetti. And even my boys who are pretty fussy eaters, they were like, "Oh, it's still spaghetti." They were still happy to eat it. And it just makes it so much more exciting than the regular. Okay, let's count. We must be up to this. Must be 19. So 60-second pistachio and cranberry hummus bowls. So these are a thing I love for lunch. So hummus, you just get a bowl, put some hummus in the bottom, put some chopped up veggies. So I've used sliced cucumber, and parsley, and then some protein. I've used boiled eggs there. And then the secret is some cranberries, dried cranberries on top. And I actually put some dried pistachios on there as well. So it's a really good lunch that literally you can pull together in 60 seconds. Okay, 18 little ricotta and milk chocolate puddings. This is actually a really old recipe of mine. I love creamy ricotta, using it as a sweet treat. Like it's just has that beautiful puddingy, delicious texture. And so all you're doing here is just popping it in little bowls and then making a milk chocolate sauce. So which for that, I just mix up milk chocolate with boiling water to melt it and then pour that sauce over, and it's so like chocolate and extra creaminess, so good. 2 ingredient pea soup recipe. So this is another great pantry one. So using frozen peas and pesto, and basically you're just cooking the frozen peas in some water and then adding the pesto and pureeing it together. And you wouldn't believe the flavor that you get from just those 2 ingredients. So yeah, again, another super quick one. Okay, I've lost count. We must be about number 16, we'll say. Smoky roast mushroom bowls. So these are mushrooms are one of my favorite vegetables. And with these, I toss them with some smoked paprika and a bit of oil and then roast the mushrooms. And they cook down to give you this like umami kind of just such delicious, deeply flavored mushrooms. And then I just toss them in a bowl with some sour cream and some rocket leaves, and you could add some protein if you wanted to make it a bit more substantial. But yeah, so good. It's just so great to have those roast mushrooms in the fridge ready to go. Lemony miso baked eggs. So this one is again using frozen spinach, one of my favorite pantry ingredients. But this time it's kind of like a shakshuka, which is a Middle Eastern baked egg dish, but this one's a bit of a Japanese vibe. So using the baby spinach and then eggs and then making a miso and lemon sauce and baking it in the oven so you get that beautiful baked eggs. Yeah, really good. Oh, my 1 ingredient whole roast cauliflower. I haven't made this in ages. This is like, if you love cauliflower, this is such a good dish to do. It's quite a spectacular dish, just roasting a whole head of cauliflower. Just works amazingly well. Then we've got our, next one is Plan V veggie burgers. So these are something that actually an idea that came from one of my students. And basically you're using some frozen veggies, almond meal or almond flour and egg to bind to create a burger patty that you just bake in the oven. And then you serve it with a sauce and some fresh herbs to elevate it. So this one I've served it with hummus, but yeah, so great. Okay, next one. Oh, zucchini and almond bowls. So I love these. It's just using grated zucchini, and this is a really great hack actually. If you ever need to cook for someone that isn't eating oil at the moment, that instead of using oil in a dressing, I use almond meal and then toss that with some lemon juice in with the grated zucchini, and then with some roast nuts, and you could add some protein, and yeah, just so good. Like, and zucchini season here, so I'm definitely going to be grating up a heap of zucchini in the food processor to make these. Brown sugar blondies. So these blondie recipe, it's not the world's most amazing blondies, but they're very good. But the thing with them is they've got a heap of eggs in them, and then the other secret ingredient is using canned white beans, so canned cannellini beans that you puree up with brown sugar, and then just bake them in a really hot oven. And so you get that extra protein. So they're really nutritious and they're pretty delicious too. Like they're not the world's greatest blondies, but they are definitely worth making. So they're a good like kind of everyday lunchbox snack, and they're great because they don't have any nuts if you need to avoid nuts. Okay, powering through. Next one on our list is Vietnamese carrot bowls. So this must be about number 7. I love these. And I actually discovered that you can actually buy grated carrot in a bag from the supermarket. So if you do that, this recipe is so easy. And so it's just grated carrot and then ground beef, or you could use any ground meat with it that I've cooked, just browned and then tossed with some lemon juice and fish sauce to give it that kind of Vietnamese vibe, and then serving it with some fresh mint leaves and my other plus ingredient was cashews. But yeah, like so fresh, and you just get the umami from the meat, and just yeah, a really beautiful bowl. Okay, if you ever thought that boiled eggs were boring as a snack, like seriously, they're the best, most delicious high protein snack. But what you want to do is be a bit more intentional with what you're serving them with. So just rather than boiled eggs by themselves, add some interesting flavors. So I've got one here with pesto and olives, another one with everything. What is it? Crispy chili oil and cashews. So a Chinese ingredient that's so delicious. And then with hummus, and then my other one there is with mayonnaise and everything bagel seasoning. So you can play around with those, but your formula is just having an egg, a sauce, and then a flavor bomb, like something crunchy or to give you that big flavor. But you'll be like looking forward to snack time, big time. Okay, and then we've got, this is number 6. So Lara's amazing adobo. So Lara is a friend of mine and her family from the Philippines, and she told me about this adobo recipe that she cooks. And basically, it's a slow cooked dish, usually normally used with pork, where they cook with soy sauce and heap of garlic and bay leaves, and then finish it with some vinegar. So I've been doing that in the slow cooker, but rather than using bigger cuts of pork, I've just used ground pork, and then we serve it with lettuce leaves and cashews, and it's just like, it's so good. And it's great to make a big batch because like the savory meat you'll use for other things as well. And you don't have to cook it in the slow cook. You could cook it on the stovetop as well if you wanted to. Okay, number 5, fast roast fish with miso mayo. So basically, this is another oven supper where you're roasting fish and veggies. In this recipe, in this picture, I did broccolini, but you could use any frozen veg as well, and roasting them until they're cooked, and then making a sauce with just mixing mayonnaise with some miso paste and then sprinkling over some roasted sesame seeds. It's like the miso mayo. Seriously, like mayonnaise on itself, amazing. Miso paste added to it, just you get this like flavor explosion, and it just goes so well with the fish. So a nice Japanese vibe there. Okay, then number 4, my 4-ingredient cheesy broccoli bake. So this, I've got another one, couldn't be easier. So it's like frozen broccoli, and then some canned tuna, and then grated cheese on top. Pop it in the oven. Until it's all hot and bubbling, basically. But yeah, it ticks all the boxes. And then the 4th ingredient, if you want to serve it with some lemon, you can, but it's actually really nice, just with the cheesy broccoli tuna goodness. Okay, this is number 4. That was number 5. Okay, this is number 4. So number 4 is my magic pesto supper, 3 ingredients. And this one is just such a good one to have in your back pocket, so when you come home. And basically it's just warming up a packet of frozen greens, so either spinach or kale, and then tossing in some protein and drizzling it with some pesto. And so you get, like in this picture, I've used some diced tofu as my protein, but any cooked protein that you like will work well here. And it's just this bowl of comforting goodness, and the olives with it just make it really, really delicious as well. But you could add another flavor, or you could just keep it simple and just keep it with the 3 ingredients of the spinach, the protein, and the pesto. Like that's a really good combo. Okay, number 3, addictive green curry of broccoli soup. So this was another old recipe of mine that I republished that always is a crowd pleaser. And basically the 3 ingredients are coconut milk. Oh, actually there's 4 ingredients: coconut milk, green curry, Thai green curry paste. What's the other one? Coconut milk, broccoli, and peanut butter. And or you can leave the peanut butter out if you like. It's still really delicious with or without. But yeah, and I use frozen broccoli, so it's really quick to come together. You're just popping it all in a pot and bringing it up to a boil, basically. So yeah, another good pantry one to have in your repertoire. Number 2, easy spinach and feta frittata. So this is another older one that I republished that is always a crowd pleaser. And yeah, so this is just frozen spinach mixed with eggs and then baked with some feta sprinkled on, baked in the oven. So like so easy. And then you just get this really lovely dish that's all in one. And you've got your protein, you've got your veggies, and you've got some cheese there too. Okay, now we're up to number 1. Drum roll. Okay, so number 1 is another spinach one. Yay. So frozen spinach and eggs is 3 ingredient recipe. And this is basically a scrambled egg, but using stirring frozen spinach defrosted frozen spinach in through it. And then in this recipe, in this picture, I've served it with shaved parmesan on top, but you can use that base of the spinach and eggs and flavor it in any way you like. And it's like another, like I make this all the time, and because I always have chickens and I always have spinach in the freezer. So it's such a good one to have when you're not sure what to cook for dinner. You can have this on the table in like 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how quick you are to defrost the spinach. Like it's really that good. Okay, so that was it. 25 recipes to celebrate 2023. And so if you want the links to any of these recipes, check out below the video. And also all these recipes are available in my free app. So it's called Stone Soup 3+ ingredient magic meals. And so check out the link below the video to find that. Or if you go to my blog, which is thestonesoup.com, and then click on the app tab, you'll see the details for how to download the free app. I add every week. I add new recipes into the free app, so definitely make sure you check that out. And thanks for watching. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And have a fantastic rest of the year. And I will look forward to seeing you with more delicious 3+ ingredient magic meals in 2024.